we're now with Miss Ayet, and we would like to thank her for helping us to interview in the new and renewable department. Miss Ayet, training department.
يعني ربنا يوفقكم ان شاء الله ويكرمكم باذن الله ومن نجاح لنجاح باذن الله. يعني
شكرا لحضرتك جدا.
Hello, my name is Mohamed and today I will talk about solar energy with Mr. Assam. He will give us a brief description on solar energy in general.
Hello, my name is Assam Said. I am an engineer in New and Renewable Energy Authority. Actually, I am the manager of solar thermal department in Nariya. I am responsible about solar energy. And also the solar energy is differentiated into two types. The first one is photovoltaic solar energy and solar thermal energy. I am responsible about the solar thermal energy. The strategy is far from the solar energy as a solar water heaters, but it's a part of parabolic trough to generate electricity. And we have a good plan to cover this kind of energy by 2030. And we must make investors in our strategy to cover our goal. Okay, the solar thermal energy. This is a solar water heater. This is a collect solar energy as direct solar energy and global solar energy. And we have a cloudy days, we don't have enough energy to heat up the water. So we have a special heater, pickup heater, work by electricity to heat up the water. What are the main components of solar water heater? The first one is the collector. Collector is responsible for the collect solar radiation and convert it into heat. And this heat will transfer into the water, and the water goes through these tubes to the tank. The main goal of the collector is to collect solar radiation and convert it into heat and heat up the water. What is the goal of the tank is save this energy during the night. There are two types of collector. The first one is flat plate collector with a suitable efficiency and it's acceptable to heat up the water. And the equation is most relative to the actual. 1 square meter of collector can heat up 100 liter of water. The second one is the vacuum tube collector. Vacuum tube collector is more efficient and they can collect the solar radiation to heat up the water in the tank, and the tank is isolated to don't miss this heat. Actually, the one tube can heat up 10 liters of water per day. So this is 15 tubes to heat up 150 liters per day. In New and Renewable Energy Authority, we don't produce, we don't sell, we don't make any commercial process with the citizen. So we are perpendicular by all the manufacturer. We can test the solar water heaters for our customer.
So which one is more efficient, the vacuum tube or the flat plate?
Thank you for this good question. The vacuum tube is more efficient than the flat plate because the vacuum tube, we suck the air between the upper glass and the inner glass to don't allow heat transfer by convection from the absorber to the upper glass. And if you can touch this vacuum tube, touch it, the temperature around 25 degrees C. But in case if you touch the flat plate collector, the temperature is around 40 degrees C.
Yes.
That means the heat transfer to the atmosphere from the absorber is higher than the vacuum tube.
Yes.
In other words, the efficiency of the vacuum tube is higher than the flat plate collector.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, what is your advice for the younger generation who wants to study this subject of engineering?
It's a very good question. This kind of engineering is very simple. It's touchable. You can see the hot water suddenly with the solar radiation. You can measure the voltage for the photovoltaic cells by the solar radiation. So I think in the Faculty of Engineers now we have a complete part to study the renewable energy technologies. So I hope if in the level of a school also we have a department to study the renewable energy, especially the solar water heaters, because it's simple. You can collect it in the school. You can get a result in 2 days as a maximum.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. I hope I answer all of your question, and thank you for your visit.
Thank you very
Hello, my name is Fatma, and today we're going to interview Mr.
Ryan, General Manager of Operation, Massria New and Renewable Energy Authority.
First of all, we need to thank you for taking your time and for your great efforts to improve our country. And then we will start with the questions.
Okay.
Uh,
The first
of all,
one,
yes.
what is the most important wind energy, solar energy project in Egypt? For wind energy, firstly, we have 11 projects now are in operation. All of them are in operation. 8 in Zafran site and 3 in Jebel Zayt wind site. Started in Zafrana since 2000, finished at Zafrana in 2010, and started in Jebel Zayt 2014. I'm speaking about the operation, not
Yes,
construction, because the construction for example for Jebel Zayt started in 2012, 11, sorry. But the operation started in 2014 for the first project, and the last one finished at 2018. The total capacity for Zafrana wind site is 542.5 megawatt, and for Jebel Zayt is 580 megawatt. This is 11th wind farm projects, but in the future we will have another project in Jebel Zayt for wind 250 megawatt.
And from your perspective, that all of these projects are important, and
Yeah, of
not,
course.
yes, not one project is more important than other. All of them are.
All kind of renewable energy are very, very important, because the oil and something like this
Yeah.
is going to finish.
The fossil fuels will end from our world, and
Yeah.
we will start using renewable energy in the future, like
Yes.
normal electricity.
Yeah.
So the second question is, what is Egypt's plans for the wind energy in the future?
In the future, maybe we want, or we dream to reach to maybe 20% of the total amount of energy in Egypt. But now it's still very low, because private sector didn't share for the production since very long time. But now it's already shared. We have private project in Jebel Zayt 250,
Yeah.
and we will have now we have another one in construction phase, 250 also, and we will have another one 500, and so on. We will have many projects, private sectors, and this will increase the percentage of the total amount of energy in Egypt.
Yes.
So the country encourages the private sector to invest in renewable energy.
Yeah.
So
The problem for the private, I think, is the huge amount of initial cost for the renewable energy. But now, with the moderation of technology and something like this, it go down very fast. And I think in the future we will achieve with maybe a very big amount of percentage.
So, do you encourage students like me to work hard to go to be accepted in the renewable energy engineering?
Already we have a special department for training and announcing. This department is working so hard to give us special training for all students if they ask it or request to do
Yes.
that. We did the training since very long time ago, since 2 years ago, I think. 20 years ago, I think. We did these trainings for, I think, now for all government universities in Egypt and also for some private universities. And we didn't refuse any request for training from any way.
Yes.
For you,
We have, as you told us, that we have important forms for wind energy and solar energy and all this. Do you think that it solved problems in our daily life?
it will solve our need from the power, because as I told you in the beginning that
Yes.
the oil is going to finish.
it
So
will
you have
increase-
to looking for other sources for generating the power. So and also with the moderation of technology, you need more and more and more power.
Yes.
So you have to own more than one source for production, for power production, for energy production. I mean. Of course, it solves a lot of problems in our life. This is the main problem. If you haven't other sources, after certain time you will stop for everything, because the power is the main brain for everything, I think.
Yes. So,
Do we have عندنا مقومات للتوسع في ثقافة البيئة؟ مقومات جغرافية
We in our authority here we did since 2005 we already finished the wind atlas and solar atlas.
yes.
And from wind atlas, solar atlas, you can find a lot of places you can implement wind farms, solar plants or something like this. And Egypt has a very good resources for the renewable energy. But the problem, as I told you, is invest. You have to attract the money from outside. Yes, few years we did very good work for related to the renewable energy, especially for renewable energy.
Yeah.
And I can tell you now we have maybe now we have 1.5 gigawatt from renewable energy now, and we hope and dream to reach maybe to 3,000 megawatt or 3 gigawatt from renewable energy maybe next or after next year.
So, why is renewable energy expensive?
Because all components is coming from outside,
Yeah.
imported from outside. But in last few years, we reach with the local component, we reach at least 40%.
So, can you tell us how can individuals replace their source of energy to like wind energy or solar energy in their daily life?
I can say that you will never neglect any type of any resources of power plants.
Yes.
For example, but you have to work to increase the consumption from the renewable energies. This is related to the environmental issues or something like this.
Yes.
I can tell you that Germany maybe plan to reach 100%
Yes.
in 2050. to be complete converted from the black energy to green energy.
Yeah.
And if I remember well, they tested in 2019. They tested the consumption in 1 day, and they found that they can reach it to 95%.
So, thank you for answering our question.
You're welcome.
And is there any message or anything would you like to add?
My message for the youth, Egyptian youth, is to know more and more about the renewable energy, because this is
The future.
the future aim and the future challenge. Yeah.
The future challenge.
Yeah, the future challenge.
To change
to
the
change
black energy.
everything in our life, because we have the CO2 emission can make a lot of diseases or something like this. We need to build safe environment. We need to own a lot of renewable energy plants, and it will create maybe very nice jobs, and everything will be solved, and at least many things can be solved by using the renewable energy. This is my own, and this is my message to Egyptian youth.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.